Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got our weekly update. Right now we're about 9 weeks out from the North American Championships in the Cayman Islands. So things are starting to ramp up slowly but surely. And I would say overall I'm feeling pretty good. We're in the last week of school, which as you all hopefully know by now, I'm a school teacher. So leading into summer, my focus can go more on kind of my side businesses and training as well. So I'm looking forward to some really good training over these next 9 weeks. So kind of starting off, I had a bit of a dumb moment where I deleted my recordings from my safety bar pause squats. So you're just going to have to take my word for it that those went really smoothly. It was a 4x3 with 580 pounds, and I'd say the RP was around 7 or 8 for those, so still feeling really strong. We also upped the weights with these snatch grip RDLs, getting into the high fives. You can tell I'm drenched by the end of this day. Back is pretty fried, but I am still feeling good and definitely recovered by the time Thursday and Saturday rolls around from day one. Next up, we've got day 2. Things are inching heavier and heavier on the bench press. We had sets of 3 with 430 pounds. This was supposed to be at an RPE 8. As you can see from watching this, I would say this is around an 8. Maybe a little bit harder. I wouldn't call it an overshoot though. I did end up backing off to 425 for the last couple of sets. It was 5 sets of 3. So I hit a couple at 430 and then a few sets at 425 just to kind of moderate it and make sure I'm staying in that RP 8 range. Then I go from flat bench to an incline bench press. I think we're up to 340 pounds at this point. Oh yeah, I guess I put the number on there. I should have realized that. But yeah, we're hitting some heavier weights here, and I'm really starting to trust my delt again. So this process of building up my shoulders with the incline bench and the bamboo bar has really been paying off, and you can see it with my faster descents on the regular bench. So I'm going to really try and stay focused and keep that momentum, because ultimately with North Americans, I think my bench press is going to have to be there for us to pull off the win, just being honest. And then my squat's going to have to do its thing, and I'm going to need a big deadlift. So overall, takeaways there, just need to be strong. Now we're into day 3, which I do this on Thursday, starting off with the hex bar deadlifts. We're up to 645 pounds for sets of 6. You'll notice on this set, I do spring a leak in my nose. I got some comments on that from my short that I posted. I would be concerned about this if it was a blood pressure thing. I have had a bit of like allergies / a cold going on where I'm really congested up in the back of my nose. So I'm pretty sure that's why that happened. No big deal. I'm not too concerned with that. The sets of 6 were solid though. That hex bar tears up my hands, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty strong. Then we move to some tempo bench. So this is 3-second tempo on the descent, and then 0 tempo touch, and for the eccentric part of the movement, 340 pounds, still feeling quite comfortable for sets of 4 there. I'm really liking how my bench technique is coming around. I would love to hit a bench PR here in the Cayman Islands. That's a big goal for me. And then day 3 of training wraps up with this squat machine, which if you've been following along, I've just been slowly amping up the weight. We're up to, I say 635 pounds, but honestly, I don't know what the apparatus weighs, and I know because of the lever system, it's not actually 635 pounds, but it's 6 plates and a 25, so we're going to call it that. I will keep inching that up. It definitely fries my quads, which I think is the goal, and a bit of my low back. And that sets up for some fatigue leading into Saturday, which is this day you can see here. Starting to get heavier. I'm excited for hopefully next week, maybe we can touch 700 pounds for reps for the first time. This is 695. We had 4 sets of 2 today. This is the first set, and then the set that I recorded after this is the final set with 695. I would say overall pretty consistent. I'm not having too much knee soreness or anything. I know my hips are really feeling it by the end of the week, especially for the deadlifts that come after these squats. But I'm happy with how these squats are moving and how my form's looking at this point in prep. 9 weeks out, it's hard to complain about where we are with the weights. So here's my final set. We can kind of take a look at how things kind of progress and fatigue creeps in. You can see I personally bring up my energy level as the weights get heavier and I start to get more tired. So I really enjoy kind of pushing things. Checking this out, still nice and smooth. Not a whole lot to complain about here. And ready just to march forward. I would call these sets probably an RPE 8. Maybe toward the end, this one you could call a 9, but I still think I definitely could have done 4 reps with that. So I guess that would technically be an 8. Ready to hopefully keep those going. And then we've got some deadlifts that followed the squats. This is 645 pounds. This was a 4x5. And this is where I start to feel the fatigue creeping up from day 3 with the hex bar deadlifts and then the squats before that. Especially my left hip, that hamstring was feeling, and this is cliche, but that hamstring was lazy. It was kind of stiff a couple times to the point where I was like, am I pushing it to possibly injure something? But as you can see, still moved pretty well for these sets of 5. If I were fresh, right, which is a funny hypothetical, but I think I could pull a big time set of 5 right now. Then just like the squats, this is my final set. You'll definitely you can tell I'm getting tired because the first deadlift is slower and my positioning isn't perfect, but that's part of the process. And I think once we start to lower these reps and take some volume out of the program, which we're already starting to do with the squats, it's gonna pay some dividends moving forward. So there's certainly room to go up if we want to, but otherwise we could drop a rep. I would say the RP there was another solid 8-ish, maybe 7 for the earlier sets. Then we're gonna close out the week, finally hit 2 plates, so to speak, with the bamboo bar bench. Just getting better at this every week. It's been fun, and it's definitely taught me to trust my shoulder again, and that's probably the main goal of this thing, that and the stabilizer. So happy with that progress, especially, we started with 100 pounds on the bamboo bar bench, and to be up to 225 is pretty exciting. And then we closed out the week with the football bar bench, 345 pounds for 4 sets of 7. I did on my last set up it to 350 just because I'm a bench bro, but those were still nice and easy. Supposed to be RPE 8. I think I could still push it, but by the end I'm getting quite tired and my chest is just fatigued. So I play it a little bit conservative with that bench press. Okay, so that does it for the week. Hopefully everyone is doing well with their training. I'm excited to see where we can go here in 9 weeks. And thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And until next time, happy lifting.